It'd be nice to have something going on here
Yeah, it certainly
weather-wise.
would be, because it would certainly make my job a lot more interesting. Here's a look at Raton Pass, where things are quiet. We do have at least a few clouds streaming through the sky, so at least that's something. Of course, they clear out through the late morning hours, but we do have another round of cloud cover starting to move into the northeast. None of this is going to amount to much of anything, but we will keep at least some breezy conditions going across the eastern portion of the state. Meanwhile, in the metro, we're mostly sunny as well, with just a few high clouds. Temperature-wise, not too bad. We're at 48 degrees. Variable winds at 6 miles per hour. Temperatures across the north still in the 30s across the northern mountains, 40s out to the Four Corners, 50s across the northeast, down to the south, upper 40s to low 50s. And we will be above average across the entire state this afternoon as we continue with this tranquil and mild weather. Just a few of those high clouds streaming through the northeastern corner of the state as another storm system continues to miss us up to the north, and that's going to be the trend over the next few days. So we'll continue with the mild weather. The sunshine continues as well. Tomorrow, much of the same, although we will drag in another cold front, and that is going to cool things back down across at least the northeastern corner of the state, but the rest of the state continues to stay mild with very little change in our temperatures. And we have been in quite a bit of a dry spell over the past several weeks. Our last big time storm across the state was in early December, and ever since then, well, things have gone rather dry across the state, with things staying very quiet. Lots of sunshine, storm systems starting to pull to the north and miss us to the north, and the new year starts very much the way last year ended, with weather continuing to be quiet across the state. So we are continuing with this quiet weather pattern, and that is going to cause some issues across the state as far as being in dry conditions. We start to think about the fire danger, especially with these fronts that are pushing into the eastern portion of the state. That kicks up the winds, and you combine the winds with dry conditions and you just get a spark, and things could get out of control. So that's one thing that we're going to have to watch, especially across eastern New Mexico, where we're going to see some of those higher winds, is that fire danger starting to increase. It's not going to be until at least the end of the month before we have another storm coming in. And the other side of this story is the fact that we're seeing those snow totals across the northern mountains, and really all the mountains across New Mexico, go down. Wolf Creek has gone down about 20% as far as their snowpack goes, 10% decrease in Hopewell since the beginning of last month. As you move over toward Taos Powderhorn, about 16% decrease since December 9th, 23% decrease at Santa Fe Snowtail, and down into the Sacramento Mountains, not doing well here either. We've gone from 22 inches to only 19 inches of snowpack. One thing to remember with these numbers is that they are taken in more remote locations, not at the ski resorts where they're actually making snow. So it's more of a actual measure of how much snowfall is on the ground and how we're doing with the actual winter storms that are moving in. And again, it doesn't look like we're going to have one anytime soon. Southern Colorado, lots of sunshine through the next 7 days with temperatures in the mid-40s. Meanwhile, over in the northwest, sunny skies continue here. Temperatures in the upper 40s over the next couple of days, settling in the mid-40s for the end of the week and the weekend. Over the southwest, sunny skies, temperatures into the 50s this afternoon, and that continues throughout the rest of the week into the weekend. And by early next week, even approaching 60 degrees in Silver City. Over the southeast, lots of sunshine for this afternoon. That continues through the rest of the week as well. We will have the occasional cool down with those cold fronts moving through, but they will be one-day cool downs at best. Same story over the northeast, the northern mountains. Temperatures in the 30s and 40s for this afternoon. Sunny skies continue for the next 7 days in the East Mountains. Highs in the upper 40s to near 50 degrees. And the metro will be right around 50 degrees as well. And the weather stays quiet through the rest of the week, into the weekend and early next week. Next winter storm could possibly be by the end of the month.
Okay, thanks, John.